buys it.
Yeah. Yeah, if you buy it, this is how many video games of those consoles, the box, in millions. So 10 million sold, 20 million sold, 30 million sold, 40 million sold. And these are the ones we're comparing, right?
Yeah.
Which one of these did we sell the most? And then what's down here?
The dates.
The date. So what we started 2005. Did all the video games exist in 2005?
No.
Which one existed?
Xbox.
Yeah, how do you know that?
Because it's on the date.
Yeah, it's the blue one, right? So the Xbox was around. These two were not around. They didn't start selling them. When did they start selling them? When did
2006.
Yeah, around Christmas, right? They're like, yeah, Christmas presents. That's when they're going to sell them, in December. Now, if you looked at more, this isn't even today. This is just 2009. So this is a while ago, guys. That's why it might be a lie, because it's a while ago. Which one was winning? The Wii was winning, right?
Yeah.
If you guys, which one do you guys think is the coolest?
Wii.
Xbox.
Xbox.
PS3.
Can I see a show of hands? Who thinks PS3 is the best?
Because the chart's going under.
Who thinks PS3 is the best?
Yeah, come on. Who
Who thinks Wii is the best?
Yeah.
Wii.
I got 4 hands up right now.
How about Xbox?
What did you
See, there's a lot of opinions in here. In order to see which one is
They're too passionate about this subject.
If we wanted to see which was the most popular today, we'd have to keep extending this and get data for 2010 and 2011. And then we'd see, because maybe this changed, maybe PS3 is way higher, maybe not. So we'd have to look it up. So this is a great example of a line graph, which is showing the change over time of something. Now in your experiment, can you think of something that might have changed over time that you want to show? It changed over time. That's usually what we use these graphs for. Yes, Matthew?
PS3 got lower.
No, I mean in
Your experiment.
in your gardening.
Garden stuff.
Probably the cabbage would be low, but when it starts to grow, when you get to see the vegetable, it's probably going to get higher.
So we could make a graph of over time the height of our little cabbage lettuce plants. So why don't I make one of those for you tomorrow? We'll see if a plant got bigger.
And can you see which one's better this time? Through 2008 through 2011.
Yeah.
Oh, video games.
Who would win?
I might have to like.
Yeah.
Only 360 and PS3.
I might not be able to find that graph, but if I find that graph, I'll share it with you.
Wii
Okay?
is 60. Wait, who likes Wii anyways?
Oh my gosh.
Guys,
Guys, what are we here in Science Action Club to learn about?
It's all
Gardening, science and gardening.
more.
And games. There we go.
Our last story. Here's another graph that I found. This was before I even met you guys, but I like these graphs. Some of them I don't like. But this one is pretty good. But if you look at this, it's kind of confusing. But this came out the week where the Supreme Court, which makes their judges that make a lot of decisions for our country, decided that someone tried to kind of like get the video game companies in trouble and say you can't sell to anyone under 18. You might not have heard this, but they did want you to only under 18 buy video games because some of the video games are very violent. And the Supreme Court said, you know what? Like, we don't think that's really fair because people are allowed to kind of do what they do, and if you guys went to buy a violent video game, you'd have to show ID, and so no, we're not going to outlaw it. You're still allowed to buy video games. Now this graph, which is not as recent, when does this graph end? In terms of time? 2004. So it's still kind of old.
That started in 1996.
But it started a long time ago. What do the light blue bars represent? What do the light blue bars represent?
Computer and video game sales?
Yeah, the computer and video game sales, and what this means is $billion. So that's how many billions of dollars did the computer games make, or video games, both of them?
$2.
And so do you see any patterns in the blue bars over time? Any trends? What do you see?
Started bigger, then lower a little bit, then it got bigger again.
Exactly. See how bigger, slightly lower, bigger. So over time, if we kept this going, do you think it's going to get bigger or lower?
Lower. Bigger.
Video games are getting popular. People are buying them. Now, what does that dark blue line mean?
Oh, I know. That is
Adrian. Yeah, it's crime. It's the violent crime offenses, this means a million. So how many million violent crimes there are, and this is in the U.S. So, in the U.S., if we went to 1996, can you guys guess how many million violent crimes there were based on the graph?
3 million.
4 billion.
How many?
2 million.
3 million. How do you, why do you think it's 3 million? It's between 2 and 4. Do you see how it's in the middle, kind of?
3.5.
Awesome. You guys are great at reading graphs. Now, what about in 2003?
It started getting lower.
To the 2.
Yeah.
Then